Oh, I'm tired. Sunday night. It's rainy. Freya and Mac are just bringing the cows in. So Jessa has been like flushing gunk out of her udder for too long after calving. I'll insert a picture right here so you can see what I mean in the filter. It comes and goes, sometimes more, sometimes less, sometimes none. I've tested her milk with California mastitis test, CMT. I've cultured the milk. I can make cheese with the milk. She has no symptoms. She has no soreness. I don't know what's going on. So I decided we are going to treat her for mastitis, which means for 2 days of treatment and then 4 days of withdrawal. But it can all go to the calves in that time, so it's fine. We can just use Clover's milk, and Jess's milk will go to the calves. So I don't want to just treat all the quarters for a couple of reasons. Like, I don't want to overuse antibiotics. And also that'll use the entire box of mastitis treatment tubes, which is like $110. I would much rather just use 4 tubes if I can figure out what quarter it is. So here's my plan. Also, I actually am going to confirm that it's Jessa still and not Clover, because their milk has been filtered together for a while. So here's my plan. Those are the Spectromast LC, which is lactating cow. So I'm going to milk like a liter out of each of Jessa's 3 working quarters, one at a time. So I'll just milk some out and then strain it and see if there's anything in that quarter, and just do a bit. I'm not going to try and milk her out that way, just a bit from each quarter. And if nothing shows up, then I'll filter Clover's milk. But I brought this out here. This milk may just end up being all chicken milk, depending on how clean we keep things, which I'm fine with too. But I just need to make sure I'm treating the right cow and the right quarter. And I see that Freya brought you in and then... Yeah. And then went to go get the cows. Now you're waiting to be milked. If you're wondering why we're machine milking Jessa, it's because could you imagine milking out, like I bet you this quarter alone gives 3 gallons a day. Like that's the best squirt you can get at a time. Let's see what my hand is doing. That's like hand cramp city. I just did her back quarter and we got some gunk, and yes, it's a dirty filter. I'm not worried about keeping this milk, but there is some gunk. This was the quarter I suspected. I'm gonna do the other one just in case too. So Mac is gonna do, can I grab this for a second, Mac? The Spectromast. It's a plastic tube, and he's, what?
Spectromast.
Spectromast. Yeah. I'm not sure why that's funny. Anyways, he's cleaning the end of the teat with an alcohol swab. I asked him if he wanted to learn how to do this. The first time, I'll trade you. We were gonna do this, and the vet told us what we were doing. This was like when Hamish was a baby. I was like, yeah, take the cap off. I was like, the cow is going to kick my head in. He was like, actually, they surprisingly don't care. And surprisingly, they don't care. So you just stick the...
Jessa before, though?
Yeah. I have when she was a heifer and she had mastitis. So you just gently put that up the teat opening. Is it up?
Yeah.
And then you just gently squeeze it up. Okay, goat, you can stop that now.
Please go for that.
How much are you doing there?
A little bit of one.
Yeah. Maybe do the teat straight. Can you do it straight up and down? Yeah.
There.
Okay, so then, and then, Mac, oh, don't squirt it out. So then you pinch the end and you like work it up to make sure that it's, well, no, just like slide your fingers up, like reverse stripping. Yeah, there you go. That's good enough. Okay, let's let the cows out now. Woo! We had this existing run that was pretty worn down, but Marius is semi-repurposing it, and within it has made intermediate quail run. So this will make it so there's kind of a safety net that we can come in, close this, and then go in, because the quail are really flighty. This is for the young ones to get them out of our basement. I made this cheesecake, but I'm not really sure how it's gonna turn out. So I'm gonna quickly cut into it first before I serve it to other people. This started because I had some cream cheese that needed to be used up, and this 1 quart of mixed berry pie filling didn't seal. So I did like a shortbread base with einkorn flour, and then I did cream cheese that I'd made, so more like corked, like a soft cream cheese with sugar and egg. It looks pretty. Let's see how it tastes. It's good. Okay, I can serve it to company. Good morning, friends. I'm heading out to milk. Except for I'm just coming with coffee to observe. Oh, stop and enjoy that sunshine for a second. Except for it's gonna be the weather forecast for like 32, 34 degrees Celsius today, which is like 95 Fahrenheit. It's currently 11 degrees out, I think, which is like 54, 52 Fahrenheit. Anyhow, the boys are really close to being able to milk, machine milk on their own. So I'm coming out to just sit and observe and be there if something they need me to answer a question or whatever. So that's what I'm out here for tonight. This morning. It's morning. Oh, I forgot to feed that extra milk to the chickens last night. You enjoying that, Sky Blue? Yeah. Yeah, you are. Where are you even going? You're bouncing around. I can't even. Tonight we have a relief milker, and then, so only tonight and tomorrow morning do I have the opportunities for the boys to fully milk on their own, because I need them to milk on their own when I go to Bible study. Because the last few weeks, having to milk both the calves before going to Bible study has been a little stressful of an evening. Getting everything done in time. Because I need to leave at 6:30, and normally that's like when we just eat dinner and then milk afterwards. So it'll be good. I know they're very capable. I just need to step back and accept that if something goes wrong, it will just mean dirty milk. That's what we're risking, is dirty milk, which the chickens can eat it, drink it. So it's not the end of the world. And whenever I'm teaching a new kid to milk, accepting the fact that potentially we are losing a bucket of milk, and it's a small price to pay for, you know, them learning a new skill. Actually, what's interesting is how I trained Hamish to be able to finally milk fully on his own is when Clover was on antibiotics for wooden tongue. No, did she have antibiotics? Yeah, she did. So we were dumping the milk anyways. So I had him milking Clover because the milk had to get dumped anyways, and he lost a lot of buckets of milk because he was very slow, and she'd just shift. She wouldn't kick. She'd just shift and then knock the bucket over or whatever. So it was really great time for him to learn because we couldn't keep the milk for ourselves anyways. And now he's a competent milker.
What do you mean? They came in just fine. How am I out there?
Yeah, it was more that they were just there. Yes.
They were out in the bayou. Swamp. Far in the furthest reaches of the swamp lies the nation's greatest cows. Clover and Jessa. Are you videoing or something?
Yeah. So Mac is in the quail thing with the boards still over top because, whoa, careful their wings, bud. Otherwise they will just spook and fly out and we'll end up with quail all over the basement. But we're ready to move into the outdoor. Run! Woo! I can only get one at a time. I gotta hold the box. Woo!
What?
It jumped out of my hands.
They're gonna start jumping out.
Careful. Grab the hoses and such.
Hoses?